So first of all, good afternoon, Caleb. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We've heard from your impressive bio that you started the Caleb White Project, and in fact, the work you've been doing is so great through this project that it's been featured in the Times Magazine, the USA Today, People's Magazine. You also had an opportunity to go to the Steve Harvey show. So now you have to tell us, what is this Caleb White Project?
So the Key2Finesse White Project is a twofold nonprofit. So we help the homeless and less fortunate living in and around the area of Detroit. And we're also very passionate about getting young people involved in volunteering. Our mission statement is building young leaders through service to the homeless. So we have 8 young people on our youth advisory board, all under the age of 18, who help me run various projects throughout the year. It can be large projects like we throw a back to school party for kids who couldn't afford to go back to school every August. So they can come play games, eat pizza, free haircuts, but most importantly, every child leaves with a backpack full of supplies. And then we've done that every August, so we've handed out like 800 backpacks every year. And then we've also done a library project. We built 10 libraries and 10 shelters in one day.
Wow, being just a freshman and doing all that is absolutely commendable. So now, why is volunteering important? Why would you do it?
So it's kind of funny, I kind of stumbled across this answer as I kept going, doing more projects. I saw, I think, like most people, I just assumed that, volunteering is mainly because you're helping those that need to be helped. They're benefiting from it, so that's why you do it. And that's totally true. But I think that there's another more important reason that I do this. I've realized that, the volunteers are benefiting possibly even more than the people that are receiving. I think, so many times after an event, people will come up and be like, my life was changed, or I'm inspired to do something, and then they go out and do something in their community. So I think it's important to help those in need because they need it, but it's also very important to get youth or even any volunteers just involved with people that they wouldn't normally be involved with, making connections with people that they would normally pass on the streets. And I think it builds a lot of empathy and compassion.
So can you just elaborate a little bit more on how somebody could start their own organization or their own foundation as you have done?
Yeah, so I always say that everything big starts somewhere small. So I wouldn't recommend just jumping right into making a nonprofit. It took a lot of time for me. It took about 6 or 7 years before I actually established my nonprofit. But in those years, I just started volunteering. I started growing my project more and more, and it started getting bigger. So I guess I would recommend getting an idea of what you want to do, getting to know the ins and outs, and then once you have confidence in what you're doing, I think that's when you can take the next step.
What exactly prompted you to start this organization and go ahead and to do volunteering?
So when I was about 6 years old, I saw a man on the sidewalk, and a homeless man, and this is the first time I really heard the word homeless. I'd never seen anybody like that, so when I asked my parents what it was about, I was just shocked. And I think that's where it really started.
What are your future projects for Caleb White Project?
So I think my ultimate goal would be to run a shelter in Detroit, but that probably wouldn't be until after college. We actually took a step towards that. We got a facility. It used to be like a YMCA, so it has like a gymnasium and a swimming pool. And the idea is to bring in young people or groups of young people, dance teams, sports teams, people who are good at art or chess, and have them down for, have them host a camp or a clinic for the people at the shelter. So I think that would be really beneficial for both sides.
That's amazing. So thank you so much, Caleb, for coming here. I mean, what you're doing is absolutely tremendous, super impressive. I know I'm inspired to go out and do something to better our communities. I'm sure many of you might be as well. So thank you so much, Caleb, for coming here today.